So, is homesteading actually worth it in 2026, or are we just making life harder on ourselves? Because today, we're going to take you through a real full day of how things work, right, on our Florida homestead. No sugarcoating, no highlighting reels, B-rolls, or anything crazy, you know what I'm saying? Just what it actually looks like, or what it would take, really, to run a backyard farm like this. If you're into real homestead life, self-sufficiency, and learning as we go, because guys, let's be honest, that's how this works. That's homesteading, man. Hit that subscribe button. We post videos like this all the time. So one thing we've been thinking about lately is changing that entire routine, right? We were talking about in the past video about 5 a.m. and things like that. Instead of doing all the routine, after taking the kids to school kind of thing, we're thinking about getting up at 5 or so, something like that, getting everything done before sunrise. Well, let's see, we've got the big ducks way over there from left to right, big duck pen. Then you got Kuna the pig. We have Bucky, he's one of our registered Nigerian dwarves. And then the empty pen next to Bucky over there is where we've been keeping our milkers, who are currently out right now. They get milked. They're the goats currently out. And then the pen next to that is actually where our cow is, our mini zebu. She's in our little play hut getting some hay. And then the pen next to that is where Hershey's is currently. He's our other registered buck. We keep him several pens away from Bucky, the other, the two. These are our two registered bucks. And then to the right, which is behind our red barn here, is where the big goat pen is. And that houses the rest of our goats, okay? Well, behind and between the red barn and the big goat pen is our chicken coop, which also houses rabbits. We've currently got 2 females and a male. They are getting bred. To the left of the chicken coop and behind our well there is actually where these guys are housed, our ducks. That's Bambi, one of our milkers. These are what we call our little ducks, succession ducks. We are getting, I think I'm picking up probably at least at a bare minimum 2 dozen every time I pick up duck eggs. So it's quite a bit. Sometimes 3 dozen, 2 to 3 dozen, I'd say. So anyway, we're thinking about kind of changing this routine, because you can see that's not even all of it. That's just kind of scratching the surface of what's going on. The chickens are all over. We let them out daily. They free range. What else do we got? Let's see. We have Arnold, our new pig, as well, which will be getting housed with Kuna. Kuna is currently on a diet, so she's losing weight. And Arnold is a very young male. Kuna's a female. So, and then we have Bean, the kitty cat, who is super sweet. I don't see him out right now, but you've seen him in other videos we have. Honestly, well, is getting up before the day starts the more consistent thing to do long term? You got to look at it from a long term perspective, right? Homesteading's funny, it's a lifestyle. Kind of like the military, a lifestyle. It's the day-to-day stuff is changes a lot. No 2 days are the same. You come out, actually yesterday Kuna was out walking around the yard. You might come out and see a busted fence panel like over there. The Red and Indy, that's our horse and donkey, are on the other side over there. So just things like that. You come out and things are, you never know what to expect. You might have a dead animal floating in water, because guys, animals aren't smart. I'm dead serious, like no pun intended. It's just, animals aren't smart, okay? It's a full system. It's not just a couple of pets. There's a lot going on, okay? So anyway, the ducks, the first stop of the day is generally the ducks and the chickens. The big duck pen, mostly gets duck feed. We mix in a little bit of chicken feed. You get them calories in there, good intake on calories, especially because of how active they are. A lot of our guys are we let them out a lot. So, and we also let them forage. So I like to let everything forage. You know, it's daily. There's no skipping that. There's no rain, you know, if it's raining, if it gets hot, whatever, everything's going to stay the same. Okay. Oh, hey, Bean. I was just talking about you. Hi, Bean. That pretty kitty. He's one of our semi-feral barn cats. He's super, super sweet. Does his job. He's awesome. Literally, he's such an amazing cat. These little ducks here. We also have the back porch chicks. I don't remember if I mentioned that. We do have back porch chicks. These ducks and those chicks are our succession animals, which is really cool. So they get fed with the pig in the mornings. Generally, though, they're feeding their water and their fresh shavings. You know, it's pretty easy with the younger ones. Fresh water is not just on the back porch, but out here too, especially when you got stuff in direct sunlight, like the pool that all the animals kind of share from. We let it get low and then we dump it and we give them new fresh water, because those things get heavy as sin. I'm sorry, but you know, they do. The troughs too as well. We actually got to replace the cow's trough entirely, because we have to fill it several times right now. That one specifically, the metal one, we lifted it up and I guess it got a crack in it, so it just does a super, super slow leak. So that's just some of the minor things you kind of deal with on a homestead. Guys, it's a lot different than living in a subdivision or an apartment complex where somebody comes and, you know, mows your grass for you and, you know, your irrigation systems and things like that. If you don't stay on top of it, things go downhill crazy fast. You know, we get comments all the time like, are you going to go on vacation or anything like that? To me, this is vacation, man. It's, you know, you got so much going on in the world, and people are like, vacation is to them is, you know, going on a cruise where you got to wait 4 hours to get on the boat and passports, and everybody has some illness and, you know, endless buffets, which is fine if you're gluttonous and things like that or whatever. And then you come home, you feel like crap, and you just spent how much on the cruise? Or just an example of that. And then the traveling, which, you know, sounds fun. Have you traveled before? It's a headache. I've been to more countries than I can count on my hands and toes, and states. So traveling sucks. I'm sorry. Been there, done that. If you haven't, cool. You know, everybody has their own hobbies though, so I think it's funny kind of when we pick and choose at the other ones. But anyway, the rabbits on our homestead, very, very simple setup if you've never done rabbits. We're not just a rabbit channel, a goat channel, a duck channel, a gardening channel. We're an everything homestead channel, because guys, that's what we have. It doesn't make sense to just focus on one thing. People think rabbits are low maintenance. They are compared to goats. They are compared to pigs. They are compared to what else? I don't know. I think I would say chickens and rabbits are the bottom of the totem pole as far as ease. I'm sorry, the top of the totem pole. They're super, super easy. They're a commitment. Feed, water. If they're raised, you know, you can get the beds where they kind of angle down, where their poop goes down, fertilizer effectively. Scoop it up, throw it in your garden beds, guys. The goats, you know, part of this routine we're talking about changing. Boy, the goats are like having extra people. You know, hay pellets, sweet feed, sunflower seeds get mixed into it. They free range. Goats are an absolute hot mess. It's like having, I don't know, people without a brain. I mean, have you guys seen these guys get stuck in the fences? I mean, that's why a lot of them are disbutted. It's just they get stuck. They wear pool noodles, so they knock it off sometimes on their heads. You know, they're funny though. They are a show. They're comical. They're a circus. That feed mix I mentioned though, the sunflower sweet feed. Hi, Dodie. I call her Dodie. This is Dolly. Dolly girl. She's super sweet. That's Dixie. She's super sweet too. Hi, Dolly. The hay pellet sweet feed sunflower mix. It keeps them healthy. and they love it. You know, they really do. We get check your local mills if you can. You know, do a Google map search around you and see what you got other besides the big box, because I'm telling you, you take a hand by hand a scoop of each one, hold them side by side, the difference in quality is insane. And it's cheaper, by the way. It's going to be cheaper even after discounts and whatever else. So Cooney Coon pig, you know, she gets some pig pellets. She's on a diet and a hay flake. That's something that had to get dialed in. It is, because weight management matters big time with pigs. She's doing great. She's already losing weight since we've gotten her, so she's doing fantastic. The cow, the newest addition, is our 1-year-old zebu, mini zebu. Sorry, she's a mini. Yep, we have a 1-year-old mini zebu, so we are trying to give her lots of love. We got her at 1. She's not the biggest, friendliest. She's not the friendliest cow in the world in terms of coming up and being pet. So we're working on that daily. You can do that. You can transform an animal like these in 30 days, from running from you to loving on you. So, you know, milk, breeding, long-term stability that's cows. In a nutshell. Our horse and donkey, they get fed at nighttime. They're over there. I know.